Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome on in, everybody. I'm turning my fan off because it's kind of cold in here. It's not even cold outside. How is everybody? Hello. Hello. My daughter is home from New York City, and we were doing a little flip through because I had some time between 7 and 8, so I didn't want to be too late with you guys tonight, but I also did not know how much time I would take. So we had to run a very important errand for her, which is why I am late tonight, and I appreciate your patience with that. I apologize. I'm trying not to be late during the times that I tell you, but sometimes life just happens. So I'm very sorry, but I'm happy to be here now. So tonight we are doing ATCs. We are doing 5 of them, and this week's theme is a very vintage Valentine. So everybody that received a kit received a little bag like this with some printables in here and some background paper. And I have to tell you something about this background paper. So some of this background paper, you guys, I think it was this one and this one, and some of the rest of the kits. Hi, Terry. Hi, Linda. These were actually designed and printed by me. I'm kind of super proud of them. So I will I'll show you guys another day on how we do that and everything. So, but I'm very excited about tonight. So we have some cute little printables of little girls and little boys just doing like the little Valentine thing, because Valentines have been around for a while and it's that time of year. So this is going to be like all vintage printables and themes. So that's what we're doing. Hi, Linda. I'm so happy you're here. Okay. So I have my cards ready. I can go ahead and put this away. We'll put those there right now. I am super excited. I have lots of stuff planned for the month of February. I know we're not there yet. We're working our way. But it is Craftbox Chrissy's 3rd birthday. So we have been coming alive to you, we and me, my friends and I. You know, I feel like we're a community here. Hi, Carrie. So we have been, I've had my Facebook page for almost 3 years now. We're just a couple weeks shy of 3 years. So I am doing a big giveaway. We are doing a trivia night. We are going to make a fake baked birthday cake. There's going to be trivia for, you know, for some of you that may or may not have followed me for very long. We'll make it fair. And I'm just really excited for what I have planned for you guys for my page. So that's going to be all through the month of February. And we are also going to do a special heart a day tag. You're working on Valentine's too, Linda? I finally caught up with you. We're going to be doing a heart a day Valentine's tag flip. So I've showed you guys my tag flips before. And we're making some more, except for they're all going to be hearts, and we're going to do a heart a day. So this is kind of like the example of like the different tag flips that you can make. And, you know, you can take these and put them in your books however you want to. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Missy. So this is kind of like an example on what we did with some of our scraps. Putting scraps together with different textures and designs is so much fun. But we are going to do a heart a day tag flip, and I'll get more to that when I get closer to that time. But that's going to be super fun as well, because you'll be getting a video from me every single day leading up to Valentine's Day, and it's 30 days of hearts. So we'll do a different design on each of them, and then we'll do a flip through, and that's going to be on my YouTube, on my Facebook, on my Instagram. It's going to be posted everywhere on all my socials. So I'm going to make a greeting card book like you make. You are! I was so excited, Linda. They're in the other room, of course. They're in the other room. But let me know if you need a golden book, girl. I've got lots of them. Okay, so I'm ready for tonight. I hope you guys are too. It says there's only 2 people watching, but more than that have said hello. So we're just going to keep on rolling. So I am doing a little bit of fussy cutting And we're just going to start creating. That's what we're going to do, because I know I've made you guys wait so long, and I'm happy my daughter's home. So I want to she's showing her pictures and videos of her whole trip. And I said, I got to go do my live, but I'll come back. So we'll have to do a part 2 of that. But I'm super happy. She had a really nice trip. What about the Valentine ATC card trade? Yes, we are going to do that too. More to come on that. I think I'm going to do just a separate video talking about that. If you are in the club, I'm going to be invoicing everybody for tomorrow for February. February is going to be St. Patty's Day, some Easter, and spring. Hi, Karen. So I'm getting them together right now. I'll probably be shipping them out next week. But I am going to be invoicing everybody for those tomorrow. There are 2 people, I believe, that have paid. The others, you guys will get invoices from me. So, and if we've made arrangements, then, you know, get with me on that. Hi, Becky. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with my cute little Valentines here. So these are actually 2 different printables. You may recognize this one because I actually crafted with this one before, probably the first year I did my page. It's the sweet little bird, and then there's a little piggy. And there's a reason why I'm doing a little piggy on this. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut them out, and we are going to layer them with a solid border. And I'm going to teach you, basically, it's not a huge deal, but I'm going to teach you how to do that, so that you can see the dimension that it makes on your card. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of fussy cut this out. You can keep your little hearts. I also included in your kit, I gave you a bag full of goodies to use. There's conversation hearts. Oh, you got bumped out? That's okay. You pay us money. That is fine. That is fine. I just like to try to get everybody paid up before I mail out the kits, so that I can stay organized too. But if you need to make arrangements with me, you just let me know. So, there's felt hearts in here. There's wooden hearts in here. There's, little conversation hearts. There's foam hearts. There's stickers. All kinds of hearts, you guys. It's all about the hearts. So I'm going to actually probably use a blue one on this one. I also included a little envelope for you guys to do. There's this, but this is for like the whole month. So you want to kind of take a look and see what you think you're going to use. And then I'm going to do a separate video to show you what the kits look like. I think I may have 2 available for individual sale if you guys are interested. And it will come with this one as well that we're doing tonight. Okay, so I'm going to get cutting and stop chatting so much. Hi, Linda, Marlene. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Marlene. Marlene, my daughter came back today. I'm so excited. I felt like she was almost gone a month. That wasn't really planned. She was only supposed to be gone a little bit more than 2 weeks, but they extended their stay, and it ended up being this whole crazy deal, and I don't have the energy to go into all the details tonight. Thank you for opening up the craft box, as always. So, you guys, while my daughter and I were running that errand today, I will say I did go into a store, and I may have gotten some goodies for our giveaway, because I was like, hello, somebody that I know needs that. I don't know which one, but we're going to make it part of the giveaway. So, I'm just going to kind of get some stuff together, and we'll put it all together, and then we'll announce a winner when it comes time to the contest. So, but I am going to have plenty of little giveaways and things, so it should all work out. I'm going to save this little heart here. So happy she made it home safe. Yes. Hey, Elizabeth. I say it because I'm reading it that way, but I know your name. I know you like to go by Liz. Oh my goodness. So it just kind of comes to me that way. I don't know what it is. But yeah, she did get home safe, and she's happy to be home. All right, I'm going to cut this one out. So we are going to do kind of a layered look with these. I think I've said that already. but I'll kind of show you what that means. So I'm just going to pick this background. It's very kitschy to me, sort of spring Valentine's Day. Hi, Amy. You know what? Thank you for asking me about my day. I'm not here to sugarcoat everything. I'm here to be positive. But today was very rough. Today was a very, it did not go well. But I'm here. I'm here with you. My son was here for several weeks. Did an oil change on all my cars. I drove my 53 Studebaker. You did? You drove the Studebaker? Is it all good and running and all good? You know, when you show up with that car, you are just making a fashion statement, my dear. I swear. Okay, so I'm going to kind of collage these guys on here. Okay, and I'm going to probably use this little heart too, but I probably will keep a little bit of this white background. So we'll go ahead and do something with this. There we go. We'll just keep a little trim on that. I have to remember it's garbage night tonight. With the holiday, for the last couple weeks, it's been all thrown off on different days because they didn't run on the, our garbage night always fell on a holiday. Okay. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and glue these onto my piece of paper. You can use whatever piece of paper you want. You can even use white. You could use something, even like that green color would actually look really good because, actually, let me do that. I have that paper right here. It kind of will bring some of that background out. I'm going to use this one right here. This is like a yellowy. Actually, no, I think I like this one better. Believe it or not, they probably don't show up that way on camera, but they are all different. This is what I call my Grinch paper. So you guys have to show, definitely look at the sales. Paper Studio, I believe, is on sale this week. And Michael's has usually sales. They do buy one, get one half off for like paper and cardstock. So just so you know. Yes, everybody does have those days, Amy. And you know what? That's okay. I got through it. I survived. We got what we needed to get done with my daughter's, like what she needed to do. And we're all good now. And then my poor husband, he orders our pizza. And the pizza's wrong. And this place never gets our pizza wrong, like ever. So we understand that that happens. And they corrected it and he got another pizza. But now we have like extra pizza in the house. So if anybody wants to come over for a slice, you're welcome. All right, so now what I'm going to do, my garbage day called on the, yes, it changed, I know. Okay, so now we're going to do a little fussy cutting around that border. And you'll see, it's going to make that like little green in here pop, and it's going to make it like a little kitschy and vintage. Hello, my CBFF. I was hoping you were going to catch me since I got on a little bit later. Sometimes it just happens that way, but I really did not have any, I couldn't not make this happen tonight. So I just had to be a little late, and I apologize again for that, but I know you guys are so sweet and understand. So, all right, now I'm going to do this same thing with my red. So I'm just going to glue that on there. And we're just going to make these simple cards tonight. I'm going to get a little bit more, pizza sounds good on my way. I wish, girl. I wish. I really hope I can see you, this year, Sandra. I'm stressing a little bit about it, but it's all good. Now, even if you wanted to take this little heart, and I know everybody got different things with their stuff. I don't know who else got this, but if one of your designs has like a little heart, you can even put it on one of the felt pieces that I gave you, or, you know, that just it just makes it a little bit more interesting. Yes, I'm so happy that you caught me. Okay. So I'm going to kind of layer this on. It's going to kind of look like a little collage. I just saw a little imperfection I need to fix. That just kind of bothered me. Okay, so we're going to collage. So we're going to have like this little piggy and this little bird sitting here like this. And it's okay if it's out of the frame a little bit. If you want to put it in one of your cards though, in one of your holders, like sleeves. Sleeves is the word I'm looking for, you guys. You would definitely need to kind of put it in the frame. So let me go ahead and glue down my, let me use this one actually. I'm going to glue down my background. So it's very pretty. It just reminded me of kind of like those bright colors that you found that was like that kitschy look back in the day. Don't stress if you can't come. It's okay. We can hang out virtually. Yes, I wish. I really want to. I gotta talk to Beth and see what she thinks. And I have to call you too, because I gotta figure out what your plans are too during those days. And I gotta get those dates for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and just round off my corners now. You guys, I found my rounder. It was with all of my supplies. So when my husband's company came, I had to like clean up my workspace by my desk at work real quick. And then I ended up kind of throwing everything into a tote so I can like unload it back into the craft room, which I haven't done yet. And I found my corner rounder. I'm like, why isn't that there? So I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit more off the bottom of this guy. He does not need to be that highlighted. Okay. So yes, this is going to look really, really cute. I think I might just have it sticking out. So I'm not going to put him in a sleeve. So that's what we're going to do with this one. Now what you could do also is you could use your double-sided tape and put this one flat and this one like kind of popping out. But usually your bigger pieces go in the back and your smaller pieces go in the front. But with these characters, it just didn't look like it was going to go that way very well. So we're just going to put this one in the back. So let me go ahead and see. We're just going to glue the bottom part. See how I only covered, you can see the glare in there, right? So if we have to, we can add a little bit more if it's needed. And I know we didn't do a whole lot. We don't do a whole lot of sentiments. We just do like the characters. We will start doing a little bit more of sentiments. So, okay. So there's that. I'm going to put a little blue rhinestone heart because it is a blue bird. I'm trying to see if I want to put it up here or here. I think I'm going to put it there. And I'm just going to put one, because I still have that little red heart I could use too. Well, this is supposed to be a sticker, but there we go. And then if you have a very small, you can use your little weeding tool. No idea where mine is at the moment, so it's probably in my stuff. But that's okay. I'm just going to put that little heart there. And there's our first one. So then you would put like your little your little label. Hi, Tanya. Doesn't the piggy look like Pages? It does, Mom. You know, something about this made me like very nostalgic. Hello, Tanya. So I don't know. That does look like Pages. I'm toppling over. I promise I didn't drink anything tonight. That might be part of the problem. Chrissy's going to have a glass of wine when I'm done. It's been that type of day. Okay. So there's that one. Now, this little sweetheart you may have in your kit or something very similar, because I try to mix them up. But I'm going to go ahead and cut her out, and we are going to do a little string, like actual string here, and put some hearts like she's actually put the hearts up. So that's what I want to do. I meant to make her a little bit more detailed. So I'm going to cut out her little dress. Mom, this is what I meant by... My mom is actually crafting along with us tonight, you guys. At least she said she was. So I'm going to actually put her cut her dress out. We're just going to kind of cut out some of this background. We don't need all of this background. Kind of like how we did with our winter cards, where we kind of cut it in half and made 2 out of 1. And then there is a little bit of a white border, which is okay because we have a background already. So I'm just going to kind of scoop this down. I don't want to cut out my, you know, your elements that you're going to use, but you can definitely cut around them and in the white spots. And you guys, prior to this, I kind of laid out what backgrounds I wanted to do with what prints. Just play around with it. See if that's something that, you know, you like to do. Oh, she's super cute, you guys. Look at that. Okay. So, I might keep this just in case we need to add a little something. So, I'll leave that over here. All right, she is super duper cute. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit of twine. I have this very thin twine. I didn't include any because not everybody got this, but whatever twine you have. Hi, Brenda, how are you? Welcome on in, my friend. And I'm just going to kind of put it from end to end. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. You can do your pokey tool method. Are you doing these for journaling? No, these are just ATC cards that I like to do, Tanya, but you can absolutely put these in a journal. I know a lot of you like to do or getting into the journals now. This is something you absolutely can do with a journal. If you have a pokey tool, you can poke that in. However, before I lay this on my background on my card, I'm going to go ahead and put down where I want this, okay? Because remember, we're going to do kind of like the ski lift. I'm going to go ahead and glue her down first so she's not kind of going everywhere. But yes, you could absolutely, anything that you see like an ATC card or artwork, whether it be watercolor or printable, even the larger printables that you guys see our wonderful friends create for you for free, you can shrink them down and turn them into journaling paper. You can turn them into cards. You can even turn them into these most remind me of the hidden paper clips, and they go right in your books, and I absolutely love that. Okay, so I have her on my background. Before I glue my background to my card, I'm going to take my twine and kind of line it up however I want, like on here. And then I'm going to actually tuck this in so the card will glue together and actually seal it. My pokey tool, that wasn't actually a pokey tool. It reminded me of a pokey tool. This was I don't even know where I got this from. This is what I was doing, and it's actually very old and dingy. But let me see if I have my pokey tool. I know a few of the creators are selling them, and I think you can get them at, here it is. This is where I got, mine came from a kit with like buttons, I think. Hello, Lindsay. I can try to find more for you, or you can even use your awl if you have a smaller one for like your awl. So I'm going to go ahead and put these through how I want to kind of put this. And then I'm going to kind of glue. I can even put a little piece of tape here because I'm going to cover it anyway. And I'm just going to kind of put those in there so I have my little piece hanging from there. So let me do this. This is just an easy way to add a little bit of dimension and, you know, some interesting things to do with your journaling or with your cards. I got journaling on the brain now. That was a really good question. Okay. So I'm going to try to do, I don't want to get those sticky. I'm going to take my tape and just kind of cut it in half because I only need a tiny bit to cover these. So I'm going to kind of tape one side down. And then I'll bring this up. I want it. Yep, I want it right there. So then I'll tape that side down. And now that I've glued that, it's okay if it gets a little, you'll push it down really. That's not very straight. There we go. And then you can use like your bone folder and just kind of push it down on there to make it stick to the card. And voila. Sometimes you can find the little tiny, you know, clothespins. Okay. So it looks like it says she's hanging some hearts. So I'm going to find a heart that we can put up here to look like she's hung that heart. And you could either use a felt heart or a foam heart. These are all the little pieces that you should have got. And we actually have a tiny little felt heart. Actually, this one might be too big. That one's a little too big. So we'll go ahead and we'll do this one. So we can go ahead and just kind of, this is a foam sticker, but even if you wanted to do this one, these little foam ones are stickers too. Hi Sue, welcome. I haven't seen an ATC card. That's why I'm asking. Tanya, you haven't? Well, you come to the right place, girlfriend. We make them all the time here. So let me see if I can find, this was last week's. So an artist trading card is something that you obviously make and you can trade. You can put them in a journal. You can do whatever you want with them. But here's another one that we did. We made these out of printables. Sometimes we paint on them and just add stamps. It's all your card to do whatever you want. These are some of the ones, and then these are sleeves that kind of go on the plastic ones that kind of give it a finished look. Sometimes you can get these little like knickknacks and glue them on. And then we did some glitter. We'll probably do a little bit glitter here tonight. But you have there's many groups that do the trading. I don't do any trading here. We just make them. But there are plenty of groups, and if you want some recommendations, I can definitely give you some. So we could either pull off the pocket on that, or the back on this, and put this hanging, but I kind of want to do a smaller one, so we'll just tack that down right on top. Thank you, Tanya. Yes, we've been doing them we do them every Thursday here at usually 7 p.m. I'm just a little bit later tonight because I had a very important errand to run with my daughter. But they're a lot of fun, and I teach you all different kinds of things. I have a whole box full. I could show you different techniques that we do, different designs, and I actually have a club. Those are so pretty. Thank you. I actually have a club that I send out the kits, so you can make about 5 or 6 every week for a month. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. We're just going to kind of put it on there almost like it's hanging. And it's okay if it doesn't, you know, you can have it kind of stick if you want to the card, but I just love this. So we're going to make it a little bit more vintage, but there's that one. See how it's kind of 3D? So, you know what's coming, right? Vintage photo. You could use whatever you wanted though. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just use this. It's fine. So I'm going to put a little vintage photo on the side. A lot of people do these with their crafts. And we're going to do it too because there are vintage. But I'm just going to kind of lightly go over the ends. And Tanya, one thing that I don't really go over when I'm live, we usually put a title and like a date or, you know, your information on the back. They have stamps, and you would just do that on whatever regular paper. This is an example of some of the stamps that you can buy from Amazon. Actually, now you can read it since it's backwards for me. It just has like title, artist. You could do, like some people make them in numbers, like they'll make a whole series and like you just number them, and people actually like getting a certain number of like a set. So, And that way they're all unique. I tell my mom that all the time. You want a unique card. She's always trying to recreate the same one because she loves her cards so much and they're great. But I said, just make it unique. So you could even go in a little bit and, you know, put a little bit of this extra on here. It's supposed to be vintage. You could put lace on her dress. That would be really cute too. Oh, you're welcome, girl. Absolutely. If you have any questions and you don't want to put them all on here, you can always PM me. I can't guarantee I'll reply tonight because my daughter just got back. She was gone for almost a month, but she was in New York City. I'm going to fill in her little dress, like the hearts on her dress with this red pen, just because I feel like that will just make it pop a little bit. I would love her dress. It doesn't come in my size. But there she is with her little hearts, hanging her little hearts up for the Valentine's Day party. Okay, this one's very similar. We won't do a whole lot though. I'm going to kind of fussy cut around them. And if you missed the beginning, you're wearing a heart on your elbow. I am? Oh, did it come off? Did it come off? I probably did. I usually wear a heart on my sleeve. Those of you that may have came in late, I actually designed some of this paper and I'm very happy and excited about it. So I was kind of proud of myself. I think it was these two that I designed because sometimes paper can get expensive. So you can always, you know, make some of your own. Oh, it fell. Okay. Ah, I see it. Thank you, Sue. You are always looking out for me, my friend. Okay, the next one I have are these two little children at the table. They look like they're playing a game. As long as it's not spin the bottle. But no, they're cute. I'm going to go ahead and cut them out as well. They look like they're having fun at the little Valentine's Day party. So, you guys, I'm excited. I may get with Miss Liz here with her girlfriends and we might do a little Valentine party. That's going to be fun. So I'm excited about that. I started trying to plan that, girl, by the way. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to leave the banner in this or not. So I am going to cut them out separately if I do. And that's something that if you don't like the background on a printable, you can always fussy cut them out. And fussy cut just means cutting it very close to the edge. And honestly, it can mean whatever you want because some of us don't get very detailed with it. Some of us do. I can tell you my mom does. Yes, I'm so excited too. I started thinking about different things for that. So I'll get with you this weekend probably, girl. All right, so I don't know what this line is behind it, but it's kind of driving me crazy, which is why I'm trying to get rid of it so we can see the heart background. So some of yours might not be so detailed, but you guys, this month, these themes are superb. I tried to get them. That's my new word, by the way. I tried to get really, really good ones. And this kit actually comes with a real vintage Valentine that I sourced from an actual box of old Valentines, I think from the 1990s. So, which is considered vintage now. It's 2026. You wouldn't want Coda to eat it and poop. Oh my gosh, poop out a heart. No, he would just chew on it and make me come get it out of his mouth. That's literally what he would do. Okay, so this one has hearts going both ways, up and down. So it doesn't matter which way you put it. Not really. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down here. Ooh, you know what I'm going to do with this one? We're going to use our red paper again. I'm going to do the deeper red. And I'm going to put like a little box behind it. And I'll show you guys what I mean because it's going to make it pop a little bit. So let me go ahead and glue this on here. Speaking of Coda, he just walked in. Hello, Brenda. Welcome on in. Let's see. Do I want it on this side? I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. You can use whatever playing cards. I've even got a tutorial coming for you that I've been working on that is actually, I took graphics from a card and we put it on a different trading card with a background, and it's going to be super cute. So stay tuned for that. That will also be on a video. I'm trying to put out more like little videos so you guys don't have to feel obligated to watch the lives, because I know sometimes I miss you guys. These are all super cute. Aren't they? Are you having fun, Sue? I'm sorry I'm late, but I know you're on the other coast, so you probably don't mind, but okay. So you can use your paper cutter. I have one here, or you don't have to. You can use a ruler. You could even, if you were scared that you're not going to cut in a straight line, you can do like I'm doing now. You take a little scrap, you can take another card, you can take a stencil, whatever you want, clip it to your paper and hold it in place, and then just cut. If you're really worried about it. Some people can't cut in straight lines. I know I'm not the greatest. I'm probably one of them, so it's not a big deal. Okay, now for this one, I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. We're adding a little bit of dimension to our background here. So I'm going to cut it in half again. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in half, but what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to keep this banner and I'm going to cut it out. Well, I don't know if I really want that, you guys, but I think, all right, so this is what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to kind of make this pop even though I have my background, so that's where I'm going to line up these. I'm the one that can't cut in a straight line. You're loving these? Yay! Okay. So I'm just going to put a little glue on the back. And I'm just going to put this one to the side. Now, we haven't even touched our washi tape tonight, which is fine, because I think I'm just going to show you guys how to work with like the paper or whatever we have. And I have, you guys should have gotten a little piece of tinsel too, and I have a plan for that too. So stay tuned. All right, I'm still not sure if I want to put this and this together. I think it kind of puzzle pieces it together well, but I want to put something there. So I'm going to see what I have in my little stash here. I do have some pink. I've got that. That doesn't really go. I'm thinking maybe one of these, or one of our other felt hearts. This one's pink. I kind of would want red because there's not a lot of pink in this one. Let me see how that would look. And I always suggest, if you are not sure, you can always kind of see how it looks first. Ooh, I like that with that heart. But I was leaning toward the wood heart on this one. And this is why. I want to stain it with my Tim Holtz. Which at this point, we're just going to take an envelope. I think my husband's out there talking to the neighbor. Hello, Lori. How are you? Welcome on in. We're making some vintage Valentines. You guys know we have to use Tim Holtz if we're doing anything vintage. So I'm kind of antiquing the heart a little bit. And you can use any color you want. You don't have to necessarily use these. But see, this was it before, and this is it now with the vintage look. And we will kind of go over the edges. I'm kind of liking that. I think it makes it look very vintage. So, let's do this. I'm going to cover my glue so it doesn't dry while I'm doing this. I am going to kind of set up how I want my girls and, well, my little boy and girl. And I love these little background pieces because sometimes that just gives it something so different. And I think that's where I want it. Or do I want it up higher? I think I'm going to put it up higher a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to do our glue. And you guys could use any scratch paper you have. You guys, sometimes the envelopes that you get in the junk mail, you can even cut those up. And it works really well too. And to be honest, I think I'm going to put them at an angle just a little bit. I really like that idea. So you guys, these are very thin wood. Hello, Cubby. How are you? These are very, very thin wood. Are you hearing me today on the video? I know you had trouble with the audio. Anytime you guys have trouble with hearing the audio, unless like everybody tells me, hey, I can't hear you, always go back and come back in, and usually it fixes it. Usually. These little pieces of wood will hold with these usually. So we're going to try it tonight. I'm sure it'll be fine. I've not had problems though, because they're very, very thin. And you guys, you know, I live by my glue. I'm sure if it was up to me saving my life, the glue would save my life. At least I would hope so. Hanging out for dear life. I wish I could like glue my craft room back together after Christmas, but it's not happening this weekend. Mommy's got to take down all the Christmas stuff around the rest of the house. Liz, I still have my tree up and it still smells amazing. My husband said that I should put water and decorate it for Valentine's Day, even though I already have like a little Valentine's Day tree. Well, keep getting bumped up. I can hear you, Lefella, when I'm not bumped off. I know somebody said that they were having trouble the other night. That's why I said that. I think it was Cubby there. Where did you get these hearts? The hearts come in a pack. I don't know if I have them. Let me see if I can find them. Ah, there they are. So, if you get a kit from me, you would have gotten one, but these are at Hobby Lobby right now, and you guys, Valentine's Day just went to 40% off. When I bought these, they weren't, but I didn't care, because I needed to get the kit out to you guys. But these are the hearts, and then you guys know you can always use this for something, to make like a little shelf and stuff, but these are the hearts that I bought. This is what they look like. They're $2.99, and then they're 40% off, so very inexpensive, and we use these for journaling and all kinds of things. So, all right, again, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit on the edges of our Tim Holtz. Just to, because it is a vintage card. Some of these are just super cute. And you guys, don't forget to post your pictures in my group if you're part of my subscription. Those are absolutely dear. Where'd you get the heart? Oh, you're welcome. I missed Amy's comment. I answered yours, so I was rereading your comment. Absolutely. You guys, I'm so excited for what I have planned. Like, I took the first few days of the year before I came live and stuff, and I just kind of started planning stuff, and I'm super excited for it. I'll save this because you never know, we might use this on a different project. So this is what we have so far. We have our little kitschy one, okay, and then we have our little girl she's hanging up the little Valentines, getting ready for a party, and then we have the little boy and girl. And there's that heart when you add that Tim Holtz. Doesn't that look darling? I love the way the vintage looks for these. So they're great. Okay, now we have this little girl. And I have, let's see. I had an idea for her. That's right. I did have an idea for her. Either that one or this one. I'm not sure. either way, she's going to have the conversation hearts behind her because she's got a little bit more pink on her and that beautiful cake. That cake looks so gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to just cut it off. Now, some of the images, if they were already cut out, I'm telling you, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to this. So those of you that have kids, if it's cut off, it's because the printable was like that. It wasn't me. Because I would never give you guys something like that on purpose. But I try to only pick out the best for you. This little girl looks like she's eating a ho-ho and she's by the cake. Like, this would be me. This would be like, okay, just give me all the sweets at the party. Who needs a sweetheart when you have sweets? Did you create the little boy and the girl pig? I did not create those, but I found these online. And usually this wasn't anything that I purchased from anybody. The sweetheart paper you made is so cute. I know. You want a closer look at that? Look at how cute it is. You guys could even take those little erasers. I'm going to try to find them this year. I didn't get out my Valentine's tote yet. It's still in my garage because I couldn't fill up my house anymore. I have to get rid of my Christmas first. But then I'll bring out my tote. And they had these erasers that are little tiny erasers. And I made my little headband last year with the tiny erasers with the conversation hearts. You can just put those on here and it would look cute. I'm so glad you love the paper. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to send the paper because I actually created the paper through an app and it just prints out. I guess I could kind of, I'll see if I can download it. If you want me to email you that the paper template for this one, Tanya, just send me a message with your email. Let me know if you want it, and I can always send it to you. Liz, I can try to send it to you too. If not, I can always bring printouts. But yes, I did create that paper, and I was like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. It's actually an app through my printer that I have. So that's why everything is through the app. So, oh my gosh, you guys, this is definitely me at the party. Surrounded by sweethearts. Hi, Sam. How are you? Happy New Year. Oh, this one's super cute. I love it. We're going to do something special with this one. Okay. Sometimes you just have to stare at it for a couple minutes and just think of your ideas. So, oops. We're going to put our paper on. And then we'll put our little girl on. I think we're going to put her on three-dimensional. Yes, I'm going to try an ATC card one day. Yay! I hope you do. You got to send me a picture if you do it because I want to see. I love when you guys send me pictures of your ATC. I could sit here and look at ATC cards all day, but I would get nothing else done. That's why I love it when people send me, especially their first try. Tanya girl, I came a long way. I actually created some of my first ATCs right here on this page. My mom got me started in it, and this is just something that I kind of keep her legacy going with it because she doesn't have a page or go live or anything, but I know that she taught me everything I know. Not every single thing, but mostly what I know. Okay, and again, I'm just going to kind of put her to the side, only so I can read the little things behind her. Okay, so this is my idea. Happy New Year! Happy New Year to anybody I missed and didn't wish. This is our second live of the year, something like that. Okay, I am going to put glitter, just a little bit of glitter glue, because it works just the same. I'm going to put it on the cake, like icing. So wish me luck. I'm going to use just this pink glitter glue. You guys, glitter glue is not that expensive. Look, I got it on clearance. It was 62 cents. All right, so Christy's blind, so I have to see up close without my glasses. am so parched. So be on the lookout for a video because you guys, I'm going to show you the sneak peek of all of the cards that we're going to do this month. And they've got some, I've got some really good themes. I'm super excited about it. And more of the paper I designed. Okay. This just looks so adorable. We just basically lifted it. And you know what? Just because I'm going to put a little glitter in her hair. Not in her hair, on her bow. Oh, I love that, you guys. I love it. Hold on, let me show you. I kind of want to make her a rounded edge too. I don't want to mess it up. At least with glitter glue, it's very clear. So if you mess up, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really show up that bad. Okay. See how easy and cute that is? These are so much fun to make and give away. Watch. Love to watch people's reactions. Yes, right? I wish I could see all of your reactions at home, but I will settle for comments because I appreciate you guys always coming on and being here. I love it so much, you guys. I can't tell you how much this means to me. And to celebrate 3 years is such a great accomplishment. In fact, my sister-in-law, of course, Tina, comes on every once in a while. We were at dinner last night because his mom came into town. It was a last minute thing. And I told her and she was like, "That's great, congratulations." So I was excited because, you know, it's a lot of work. But sometimes it pays off when you do something a really long time. Okay, this little girl's got the cutest little bow on. So we're doing her. She's got her baskets full of roses, right? She's giving away Valentine roses. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut her out. And she's going with the little hearts behind her. This paper, I think, came from Michael's. This particular one did. And don't worry, if you missed one, I always show them all off at the end, and I usually post a picture. The one looks like me on my birthday. I know, right, Mom? That's so funny. I should give you this card. My mom's birthday is February 12th, so she's always had a Valentine's birthday theme. So I think we're also going to elevate her a little bit with some of this red background, but I want to see how it looks first. But just because we're talking about vintage and kitschy and 60s and all of that, you guys know there was tinsel everywhere for everything. So we're going to add a little tinsel, even if it's like on the side. So that's what we're going to do with this one. My mouth is so dry. I've been chit-chatting way too long. Oh, it's almost 9. That's probably why, because I drink a lot at night. Is that bad? Is that bad, guys? I don't even know. I drink more at night than I do during the day, but I don't get up to use the bathroom, so I don't know what it is. My mom says yes with the tinsel. Or yes, you want the card. She probably means yes, she wants the card. Oh my gosh, with the little knee-high socks. How cute is that? My oldest son's birthday is Valentine's Day. Really, Lori? Oh, man. So does he celebrate it early, or does he actually try to celebrate it on Valentine's Day? I feel like, does his girlfriends get jealous? Or how old is he? I should probably ask that first. Like, if I had a boyfriend I would always try to either celebrate Valentine's Day early and give the day to him. But my mom, I will say my mom tells me that she kind of gets, being a woman, being a girl. Yes, Amy's pretty close too. Being a girl, she kind of got gypped, right? You said you got gypped a lot on your birthdays and dates and stuff. They would give you 1 dozen roses for both days. That kind of stinks. Yes, the birthday cake girl. Okay, you got it, Mom. Do you not have that in your kit? I should have gave that one to you, but I'll give you the finished one. Lots of these. Oh, lots of tinsel, yes. Sorry, my eyes are going bad. I need a tablet. I'm hoping I can get a tablet here pretty soon so I can read comments a little bit better. All right, sorry, I'm going very, very slow right now, but it's for a good cause. It's for a good cause. I don't know, I just love the way that like the old stuff is in again, because when you think about it, it's not so bad. It actually is really cute, and some of it is so much, let me just say, and I will die on this hill, it's so much better than AI. So much better than AI. I know we've joked around with AI, and that's fun and everything, but you guys, I'm getting legit scared of AI. I mean, I will say, I don't think I posted about my Valentines, but I'll probably post the video for you guys tomorrow. But you guys, I found these Valentines. I was super excited about these. Yes, these are strawberry shortcake Valentines. They're at Walgreens. They are superb. He's going to be 46. We always made it about his birthday, then Valentine's Day. His dad always got me flowers. But, oh, I have to read this. But we made it his special day. That is so sweet of you, Lori. I hope it continues on to do that. I hope everybody has that. It's funny. I was looking at, somebody posted something about Valentine's Day names, like what they would name their child if they were born on, what's his name? You know, people like to get creative with that thing, with that kind of thing. But anyway, for the Valentines, the strawberry shortcake Valentines, I'll post the video tomorrow. I'm super excited about those. I'll probably be doing something with them here in a journal here soon. I kind of like it. It's almost like she's walking into a door, not into a door, but walking to the door to like deliver her flowers. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Okay, and then we have to figure out, I think I want to put the tinsel. I think I'm going to put the tinsel below it. We'll have to hide her shoe a little bit. Let me put these down. I'm going to put this little piece down. But layering is always a good idea. You could even use like pieces of like a doily. You could add paint like from the palette. Like puffy paint. You could do that. Christy, thank you for sprinkling me out. Daniel Todd, his dad's name is Todd. Oh, I love that, Lori. Yeah, some people get very crazy about names. I think Christmas names are nice, but I don't know if I'd ever name my kid Cupid or something because he was born on, I think there was a few others on the list that like St. Francis or, you know, something like that. But I'm glad you keep true to him on his day. That is very special. And I mean, every day should be about Valentine's Day because we should always have number one first, self-love, love our Jesus, love our God, and then love our spouses and our family in that order, right? That's what I think anyway. All right, I'm trying to see where I want to put this tinsel. I think I'm just going to cover her shoe. We'll cover her shoe a little bit. It'll be okay. Should we put her on this though? I think we'll make her come out. I'm teaching my classroom, whom are 5 years old, how to make these. They love making them and trading them. We made a mailbox for them. You did? Valentina for a girl. Yes, that is a cute name. That's a cute name. I just wish people would like, not that I'm not pointing anybody out, but I really wish people would consider some of these names. Obviously not the ones we talked about tonight, but some of the names. Like consider them that they're going to be adults one day. or that they have to, and Kathleen, you could probably chime in here, that they have to eventually write their whole name one day on a piece of paper. And I'm just like, ooh, that poor child. But hey, if it's meaningful to them, it's their child. We can't say anything. But some of them I just kind of, I wonder. Okay. So I kind of like doing a little heart back there, but I might do a smaller one. All right. So I'm going to put it down by her feet. We're just going to go for it. Now, I wouldn't recommend putting this on this part. Hi, Robbie. How are you? I just got dinner done and cleaned up, so I'm late. That is okay, Robbie. You get to see, we're doing our last one now, and I'll show them all to you. I'm sorry I had to be a little late today because I had stuff going on with my daughter. We had to make some really important errands. So I wouldn't recommend putting your glue stick down on this part because this tinsel is going to stick to it. So just kind of put it in the areas, and I would do it heavily because I'm going to move her shoe well, no, because I want it to stick. I'm going to do it heavily in the middle areas just to kind of make it a little bit tacky and sticky. And you'll even see when you use this glue, see how there's some string? It's almost like a glue stick, you guys. It is a glue stick, but it's not a hot glue stick. You guys know what I mean. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? My 6-year-old grandson wants to make ATCs again this year for school. I am so excited about this, you guys. I will say we're going to work on a Valentine's Day card holder, and we may even work a mailbox in there. Now that I'm getting all this feedback from you, I think that would be awesome. Okay. Yes. Yes, look at that. That just screams kitschy and stuff. Vintage. I told my daughter the same. The 1-year-old granddaughter's name is Gwendolyn Rose. Wait till he has to learn how to spell that. Gwen will do. Yes! And it's so funny because Miss Sandy, with Keeping It Crafty with Sandy, her daughter did something similar. It was a similar name. And they're naming her Quinn for short. So she's going to go by Quinn, which I think is fine as long as the school is okay with it being shortened for that purpose. But bless her heart. Oh, I know. Oh, wait. Did I miss something? I have one child name. His name is Octopus Crab. Can't post last name, but this is, oh, bless his heart. Oh my is right. Oh boy. Well, you know what? He might, and I feel like when they grow up and when they have their own personality, I feel like they make the conscious decision to kind of shorten their name or make it like, oh, just call me whatever. And a lot of people do that. My son's name is Andrew, but he goes by Drew. So I'm fine with that. And now I start calling, even though he will always be my Andrew, but I call him Drew because that's what he likes to be called. And my daughter calls him that. So when I hear like my husband and my daughter call him that, it just kind of comes out because I'm constantly hearing Drew now. But if he's in trouble, or if I have to have a talk with him, Andrew will come out. So, but he wrote Andrew on all his class paperwork and stuff. So, I had to read that one. That was interesting. Okay, guys, what I think I'm going to do here, I'm going to put a little bit, and you guys, these can squirt out. Sometimes they work. You can test it on something. Like, oh, is it coming out? I don't even know if it's coming out. It looks like it's dry. No, it'll come out. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glitter on my roses. Some of the names are actually really interesting. My best friend, that's not me, guys, that's the bottle. My best friend named her daughter Sakura, and I love that name. And let's see. She named her son, oh my gosh, now I drew a blank on what her son's name is, but just wonderful, gorgeous, unique names. And I love that. Absolutely love it. Oh, I love the glitter on the roses too. It came out good. We'll call him Octoman. Oh, what is the blue tool? This, right? Is that what you're saying, Tanya? This is a corner rounder. This was very, this one's actually older. My friend Linda gave it to me, and I love it because it's the Creative Memories one. The new one that Creative Memories makes, I tested it at a scrapbook convention this summer, and I did not like it. It just wasn't, it wasn't for me. It just seemed like it wasn't really well made. So they do have these in Michael's, and they have them online, and they have them at Hobby Lobby. And I think the ones that you find in Michael's and Hobby Lobby now, you guys, I've noticed the trend that these craft stores are getting rid of their name brand stuff, and they're going more toward their own brand, or like the generic of the store brand. Some of it's fine. I have this crocodile, and it's fine. It's done me very well. But you just want to, you know, they're not that terribly expensive, and you guys, you see the difference, right? It just kind of, this I use all the time. It's full. Look at, you can see all this stuff. I use it all the time for my cards, because sometimes I like to round off my cards, like I did that one, and it just kind of gives it a different look than just being square. So that's your difference. So sometimes it's worth it, and I do a lot of like my tags. Like I have a tag here. This is more of like a pocket, but see how this one is just kind of square at the bottom, but this one I did like the corner on top. So it just kind of depends on whatever. And here's another like little, this is another like little envelope pocket I made out of a children's book. So rounded. You can find when used on eBay. Yes, that too. So always check do your homework, check your resources before, you know, you go spending a bunch of money. I can't remember what the price was at Creative Memories, but I just didn't really like the way this one was. This one's fine. My friend Linda gave me this. It's an older model, which I absolutely love. Thank you, Linda. She still might be on here. But the newer one, I just didn't like it. My Creative Memories got dull after many, many years. I found a new one on eBay. Oh, Lori, that's a good thing. Yeah, because they do. And another trick I can tell you is, I don't know if you tried it, but sometimes if you punch your punches, or like any of your other punches, like these, if you do it on tin foil, it sharpens it. You just got to be careful, because it can sharpen your finger off pretty good. So just be careful with that. So, okay, you guys, look at her with her little sparkly roses. I love it. I feel like I'm missing one more thing here, but I may find like a flower or something to put there, because I don't have roses in here. But I may put like a rose fell out or something. Hello. Jeanette. But your name is something else, and I can't remember it now for the life of me. Vivian, right? Hello, Vivian. Welcome on in. You sprinkled me out. Look at this adorable card. There's another ATC card we made with her little roses and the tinsel. We made that one very vintage and kitschy. Okay. So let me go over them with you. So we started off with another like little kitschy one. It's more of like an animal type look. Wax paper after the foil. Yes, I tried that, but it didn't seem to work for me. Okay, Lori, my mom is very, very smart with this kind of thing, so you could try that. She just put it in the comments. So that's right there is the first one we did, and then we did our little girl. She's hanging Valentines for a party. And then it looks like these two are at the party, having a good old time. And then this girl stole the party because she stole all the cake. Look at that sparkle on the cake. I love it. And then her bow. Perfect, right? And then our little girl that's delivering flowers. Did you guys ever do, like, for school, did you, like, pay $1 and, like, have someone deliver a rose to, like, your best friend or your girlfriend or boyfriend? They did that in high school, middle school, and I think I got one in my life, and I think it came from a girl. I'm not even gonna lie. But, you know, I ended up with the sweetheart of my life, so that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Okay, guys, that is it for me tonight. Thank you, Robbie. I appreciate it. I hope you guys, look, I was starting to talk about the corner rounder, and it started coming apart on me. It started exploding. So that is it for me tonight. I will be posting a picture, and I will be making a video to show you what else is in the kit. I will probably have, I believe, 2 available that are extra that I had made. You'll try that. That's awesome, Laura. Yes, wherever we could do to save money. That's what I tried to emphasize too on the page. But yeah, these turned out super cute. If you are in my group, post a picture. And if you're not in my group and you made your own, go ahead and message me. I would love to see what you do. So thank you again for joining me tonight, and I apologize again for being late. Good night, Tanya, but I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday. I have some catching up to do with the Christmas. I have to put my Christmas away. So I may not be on tomorrow, but you'll be seeing some videos from me in the next few days. So I love you guys. Thanks for joining me. Good night.